Come on, you chickens!
Oh, my good man. Drink, if you please.
Please do keep shouting.
Never saw you in the king.
Back, demon! Back, or I'll... Well, what's this? Oh, Medora, you lummox. I'll tell you, it sure does me good to set eyes on another of our order. From Academy West, aren't you? You wouldn't. I trained up in Academy North, after all. We don't cross paths with you Westies all that often, but it's all... Medora's the name. Retired, or so the order keeps trying to tell me, but never out of commission. My hand to your cause and my sword at your side. Heavens hornets! That's quite a story, comrade. And come to think of it, see, I'm here on... well, let's call it a loan from a town to the north of here. There's been an attack there, comrade. Orcs. Not your run of the... What they want in Hunter's Edge, I can't say. But it's my responsibility to send them packing. Preferably with their horns in their suitcases and a knee-knocking fear of ever... I came south seeking the Legion's help, only to find it tied here in Sicile. They don't have a spare soldier to send northward, and even in my finest form, I can't clear the place of that many orcs without backup. By the skin of my teeth, comrade. The savages were rounding up villagers when one of them activated a tripwire on our village wizard's property. Fortunately for me, that particular wizard has a penchant for things that go boom in the night. I managed to wrench free of my captor's grip and flee toward the forest. He pursued me for miles, but I'd lost him before I made it into the Sicile hinterlands. Well, comrade, I hadn't thought of it till you tapped my... I need a contingent I can trust if I'm to take back the town. And the way I see... I've been scouting Sicile for some time now, and I believe I've sussed out sufficient intel. Well, you know the old expression. 2's a tea party, 3's an invasion. I know this place like the back of my hand by now, and the orcs up north will be short work for a trained-up trio of sauce...
A fantastic plan, with 3 source hunters.
Another source hunter on the team will make us...
That's the spirit. Listen closely now. Do you hear it? That's the sound.
Fortune? Ha! He should be so lucky as to be defeated by Alistair the Great!
They say he's privy to ancient and arcane secrets, the likes of which I doubt you could even fathom, old friend. Come now, Alistair. Surely you've met your match once or twice.
Ha! The closest I've come to my match is when I linger over long while lighting my pipe.
Oh, careful now. Your head's growing more swollen than Saffron's, I dare say.
Greetings, traveller. And may the Immaculate Conduit's myriad blessings comfort and... What's in a name, dear friend? You mean you haven't heard? Oh, what... Steel yourself, friend, for your mortal spirit by following her instructions and becoming initiated into the one way. She came from on high to we mortals and showed us the path to... She showed us that... There, go on the path.
Greetings, Source Hunter. I don't mean to hinder your investigation, but I can't open this...
Tell me, Alistair, Have you ever had the fortune of challenging the fabled wizard of Hunter's Edge?
Fortune? Ha! He should be so lucky as to be defeated by Alistair the Great.
They say he's privy to ancient and arcane secrets, the likes of which I doubt you could even fathom, old friend. Ah, what have we here? So tall as an elf, strong as an orc, and my word, what passion burns from your eye. I am Anna. I've cut 1,000 throats, and baked 1,000 bread rolls, stolen the crown. When the day comes that I die, the god I contain multitudes, you see, and I am utterly replete. But then, Source Hunter, so you've joined up. You've sworn to share in our adversity and our bounty alike. I can finally offer you our finest adventure. But you must be thrilled to find yourself a member of a team, so I hear you've been tasked with taking out that crazed robot in the Northern Cave. I'm sure you'd like to equip yourself with the finest possible accoutrement. Oh, darling, that was so long ago now. But you are a member of the eminent Fabulous Five, after all. Come now, Alistair. Surely you've met your match once or twice.
Ha! The closest I've come to my match is when I linger over long while lighting my pipe.
Oh, careful now. Your head's grown more swollen than Saffron's, I dare say.
Whatever happened to that troop of eager imbeciles we sent to the Northern Cave?
Do I seem like the sort who concerns myself with such things?
You'll be concerned enough when you realize that reward money won't be lining your pockets.
Where's young Esmeralda these days? I am Unsinkable Sam. At least that's what they call me. A magnificent ship she was. Used to belong to a pirate, I was told. The moment I hit the water, I writhed around like I would on a hot tin roof. By some miracle, I managed to reach the beach, covered in kelp and smelling worse than a fish's funeral parlor. So I was. What? Not that I have it bad here, mind you. I've milk and fish aplenty. Most Maxine. The mayor's she likes me. By all means. People make a fuss about them, but
The likes of which I doubt you could even fathom, old friend.
Sorry, I've run out of signed handkerchiefs. And Alistair, keep... Really now? I can't afford to indulge in chit-chat with my legion of... What do you mean? Why? And don't forget... Well. If I don't leave those nasty...
Hearty welcome to the King Crab Inn. The names he've had. All you see well, between you and me. Mind if we keep out Councillor J. Esmeralda's that room where she came. I saw one other. I was startled by the time I burst into that room. Whoever done it has escaped. 3 hopeless.
While lighting my pipe.
Oh, careful now. Your head's grown more swollen than saffron.
Excuses more.
I smell.
Slice of this fine
The fierce stench of frightened source goblin.
Actually, I think that's only roast pig.
Ah, yes, of course. This time.
What? Oh, it's you. Come closer then. Closer? My ears aren't what they used to be. Nor my eyes, for that matter. Yes, hello, Source Hunter. Our city welcomes you. My elf? Oh, myself. I am Cecil, Mayor of Sicil, and husband of the stately Cecilia. I've been the mayor here for decades, and I'm quite eager to see Sicil through these difficult times. Yes, very difficult times indeed. What? Oh, you mean Sicil? Very difficult times indeed. As though the death of Jake, and by source magic no less, weren't enough. We're also facing all sorts of... The undead have overrun all but one northern trade route, while the orcs are making a habit of savage... That's not to mention that at the top of this whole caboodle, there's rumors of some new religious sect or cult or some such. And, while we're on the subject of troubles, I myself have a private matter I'd like to bring to your attention. It involves a... Jake? Murdered? Oh, yes. Yes, now I recall. Indeed. I could hardly believe it myself. The Council and I have certainly had our differences over the years, but old squabbles evaporate under such circumstances. Most of the townsfolk are certain Jake's wife Esmeralda is responsible. In fact, the Legion have taken her into protective custody to keep her safe from the mob. As you can imagine, I've known Esmeralda for years. That business between her and the Duke of Ferrol was always a bit, suggestive. But I've never had cause to suspect her of violence. Still, one never knows for sure. An all-right bloke, apart from all this Esmeralda nonsense. The whole town knows the only goal of his business trips to Sicil is to spend a night or two at the King Crab Inn with Mrs. Counselor. What? The undead? Yes, for the past 2 years those blasted skeletons have all but suffocated this city. With all but one trade route overrun, Sicil's once torrential commerce has slowed to a pathetic trickle. The what of what now? Oh, you mean the staff of Pergamon. Yes, yes. I was expecting a shipment of weapons, and among the cargo was this very powerful, very rare staff. I managed to place the order through means somewhat. Cecil proved an old fool, though. For the merchant slated to deliver it to me has just informed me that the damn thing has gone missing. I fear it may have fallen into... His name is Conrad, captain of the Tide Splitter, a merchant ship still docked at the Sicil harbor. You can talk to him if you think it'd help. The staff itself contains a shard of an ore, highly valued for its use in the weapons of war. I know use of the material to be forbidden, but I was desperate to do something to aid the townsfolk against the Well, I do believe that's something your parents ought to have discussed with you long ago, Source Hunter. But I suppose if you really don't... You see, when a lady and a fellow find each other rather nice, well, rather more than that... Oh, this is nonsense. I'm the mayor for the 7th sake. I can't be bothered to chat all day about the birds and the bees when Sicil's under siege by orcs, undead, and... That depends. What kind of berries are you interested in? The library. Yes, yes, you must have a visit. It's the gem of Sicil. Would you like to have a look? Marvelous!
I knew that dark-dealing old man dabbled in source. To the gallows, I say.
What? Oh, yes. This library, my Victoria, has every volume you could possibly imagine. And she's got every speck of information about this place. Yes. Victoria's come a long way from that little bundle of claws and teeth I adopted so long ago. It brings it... What? Oh, yes, yes.
A volume of poetry among novels? Urak! What mayhem!
Omnes autem mali daemonis. What? What is this? Who are you to interrupt? Oh, but perhaps I spoke too soon. Perhaps I was mistaken. For you... No. A source hunter. That is what you are. Yes, a stalker of sorcery. A chaser of charms pernicious. In truth, I cannot go so far as to... Why? Simply because you hunt Source, and I, Jehan, hunt demons. You are aware now. I hate what I hunt, but this is a sentiment I'm quite certain you must recognize. On one condition. That on our joint travels we will never deal with demonic entities, no matter how tempting their propositions. Give me your word on this, and I'll weave you spells.
One gone. Shatsu. Sometimes I think these books sprout little legs in the night. Who placed this book here? A volume of poetry among novels? Urak! What mayhem! Who placed this book here? A volume of poetry among novels? Urak! What mayhem! Volume 1, Volume 2, but where has the third one gone? Shatsu. Sometimes I think these books sprout little legs in the night. The knight in see-through armor, Princess Buttercup with the blushing bottom, Stenteken. Esmeralda does have a propensity for all things naughty, hasn't she?
Very well. There will be no deals with demons.
Agreed. Nothing good ever came from...
Most gratifying. I see you are firm of purpose, and thereby ready to descend. Descend into the madness that is sorcery.
2? But where has the third one gone? In the name of Amun-Hor, I bid thee Tujda Geta Hal, be welcome, human. My library is yours, as I hope your friendship is mine. I am Victoria, daughter of Mayor Cecil. Oh, I know what you're thinking. The likeness isn't exactly striking. When I was very young, you see, I must have been cast out by my tribe, for I was found in a wicker bath. The fisherman who found me would have drowned me on the spot, for I am an orc after all. But praise be Amun-Hor, dear Cecil was among the gathered. He raised me like I was his own. This kindest of souls taught me the language of men, their customs and their letters. Thus, I became the city's light. Indeed you may. The wisdom I here hoard is yours to peruse and even take with you. All I can ask is that you return the books you borrow so that others may enjoy them too. The knight in see-through armor, Princess Buttercup with the blushing bottom, Stenteken. Esmeralda does have a propensity for all things naughty, hasn't she? The knight in see-through armor, Princess Buttercup with the blushing bottom, Stenteken. Esmeralda does have a propensity for all things naughty, hasn't she? The knight in see-through armor, Princess Buttercup with the blushing bottom, Stenteken. Esmeralda does have a propensity for all things naughty, hasn't she? Kajdanor. The brief history of sorcery still hasn't been returned.
Lucky fine!
Teleron will have to pay yet another fine. Volume 1, Volume 2. But where has the third one gone? Shatsu. Sometimes I think these books sprout little legs in the night. Who placed this book here? A volume of poetry among novels? Urak! What mayhem! Kajdanor. A brief history of sorcery still hasn't been returned. Teleron will have to pay yet another fine. The knight in see-through armor? Princess Buttercup with the blushing bottom? Stenteken. Esmeralda does have a propensity for all things naughty, hasn't she? The knight in see-through armor? Princess Buttercup with the blushing bottom? Stenteken. Esmeralda does have a propensity for all things naughty, hasn't she?
Legion's greetings. I am Septimus, seventh son in a household of 9. So fair a lady I have seldom seen in all of Rivel. Steadfast will I guard her. Jake's murder is, in a word, a tragedy. And what quest I hold by the I can tell you.
Lords above, grant me patience. You're a source hunter, aren't you? Here because you think I killed my husband. How many times do I am Esmeralda, wife of Jake, and now, alas, his widow. Poor man. We were both so young when we married. He so rich and I so poor, but his one and only princess just the same. Like I told just about every legionnaire in town, I don't know anything about poor Jake's murder. I want his killer found and tried, but everyone suspects. So what happened? Some of them tittle-tattling crab chasers down the pub call me a murderous gold digger and you believe them? These insinuations truly go beyond the pale. Oh. Well, what do you want to know? Since the beginning, this has been a particularly favoured region of Rivellon. Even before there was a major settlement here, these cliffs were a special holy site for the ancient pagans. It's hard to believe our great city is so easy. Sometimes I forget they're even out there, to be honest. Remember above all to stay behind the wall, we tell our children. And when you've been heeding your own advice for seasons on end, you almost...
Adamant about her innocence.
We'll need to look for evidence if we want to prove she actually did the evil deed.
You there? You look like an actor just waiting for his big debut.
Liberté, equality, and brotherhood for all will turn the wicked cleaver of the...
An orange, yellow, and green, the finest veggies.
Careful, comrades. I've seen sorcerers infuse even lowly fowl with dark enchantments.
My Balberit's bonds, you see sorcery in the clear blue sky, don't you? I bet you'd scream havoc if I were to give you a mirror.
Should I sing of salty pirates mired in brine, of sweet sugared fairies sipping the sap of fruit trees, of bitter warlocks pouring sour brews into the ears of their enemies?
Bah! If you think black sheep are weird...
What's this? I've found something.
The earth here seems to have been freshly fertilized and aerated. Obviously, someone has taken...
No! That would be an insult to the dead.
You can't insult what's not alive to be offended. I say we dig.
We've no reason to believe there's anything worthwhile buried here, so why bother digging?
Whoever's buried here won't notice that we've disturbed the dirt above them.
No, we'll do... You step away.
I could do with a cold drink.
Good luck out there, Hunter. Evil lurks beyond Syseal's ramparts.
I'm overheating here.
I sail the sea. I walk the world. Dear me. Oh, how the coast reminds me of my long-fled youth.
Here lies Jared. Shall I come back as an enraged spirit or a lovable prankster ghost? Here lies Kimberly. Finally. Here lies Patrick. You can kill me, but you'll never kill the dancer inside me. Here lies Catherine. I know, I was great.
Looks like that dog is awfully agitated.
Here lies
Perhaps
Jack,
he wants to tell us
the
something.
oldest man in Syseal. Get
So
off my
many
grave,
dead
you
civilians.
jackanapes.
It's an honor to visit the fort.
Hey, wow! I was wondering where that awesome sweaty boot smell was coming from. I'm Murphy, Jake's dog. Wow, you smell great! Have you been rolling around? You know who I miss? Jake. Sometimes he'd just sit there being awesome, and I'd give him this look like, you smell great. And I came here so I could smell Jake again. He smelled great. But whatever's buried there... If I ever find out who killed Jake, the most awesome Jake who ever jaked, I'll...
Here lies James, as usual, the filthy fibber. Here lies Kavanagh. Will they have Syseal pie in the afterlife? Here lies Jake. Please do
Where are
not
you,
disturb.
Are you playing without me?
Here lies David, who ran from the Reaper. You'll never
May the
catch me
seven
alive. Here
keep
lies
you.
Nemris, master of philosophy.
Look here, even a sage and author as renowned as I is flattered when mortals dare among the dead to seek him out. Well, here I am, Nemris the Wise. You may go wide-eyed with amazement now. As if I need introduction. Oh, I've written so many there isn't a civilized soul alive that has... You can, and indeed you must. But alas, I was not... Do you truly feel you are ready to prove that you have read? Then we shall proceed. Between life and death, death is the greater force.
Of course not.
Correct, he is not.
Let us proceed. Life is life's own goal. The question that is itself the answer. Good. Now...
Not entirely, no.
I concur.
Last query. Boldly do I scorn the bonds of faith and fear. Death I dub thee life's equal.
Your salvation.
Indeed.
Most impressive. Nothing short of miraculous. You have content in the knowledge that my legacy is in good hands. Ta-ta! I shall see you in the next life.
Rest in peace, darling. Peace be with you, traveller. May your lost... I once lived a prosperous life. Lorny never recovered from... She were killed last... Rest in peace, darling.
venomous sister, attack! Magical blows! Malediction!
I'm dying.